models, we'll see the second model, that is Gordon's model or dividend capitalization model. M.J. Gordon, he propagated this model. He considered the impact of dividend and return earnings on the value of firm. He says dividend declared have an impact on the value of shares, but he varied from Walter. That is, the growth in the dividend that affect the valuation of shares of the company. According to him, growth of the firm means product of retention ratio and rate of return. That is, retention ratio he represent with small letter b, and growth means it is r. So growth is equals to BR. Retention ratio means from the total income, how much percentage of the income it is reinvested in a company only. And growth in the sense year by year, what is growth? What is growth in the rate of dividend? Year by year, how much increase is made in the rate of dividend? See the assumptions. Only retained earnings and equity are on the capital structure. So capital structure consists of two sources of finance. One is retained earnings, another one it is equity shares. Second assumption is rate of return of a company is constant from one year to another. So rate of return, that is return on investment, that is constant. Tax do not exist on dividend or capital gains. There is no tax according to Gordon. Cost of capital also remains constant from one year to another year. Cost of capital also remains the same. The firm has an infinite life. That means firm continues for an unending period. Here is a formula to calculate market value of shares under Gordon's model. So market value means it is capital letter P. Formula is E into 1 minus B divided by KE minus BR. So E stands for EPS, earning per share, R stands for rate of return, B means retention ratio, how much reinvested in a company, KE means cost of equity, 1 minus B means retention, that is dividend payout ratio. B stands for what? B stands for retention ratio. So if you 1 is a total income, out of that if you deduct the retention ratio, you will get what is the remaining portion that is available for distributing dividend. That is 1 minus B, 1 minus retention ratio, that is dividend payout ratio. Then criticisms, all the assumptions of Gordon's, that is criticized, except the last assumption, that is infinite life. So a company will not have only two sources of finance, they will be debt. Then rate of return and cost of capital will not remain same from one year to another. Then third assumption, that is also criticized, tax do exist, there will be tax in many countries. And one more defect, if dividend payout ratio is 0, that means if the dividend rate is 0, we will be getting a market price 0 by using this formula. But it is not like that. There will be market price even if the dividend payout ratio, so payout ratio is 0. So that's why that is one of the defect. If we get dividend payout ratio, if we have dividend payout ratio is 0, we'll get market price as 0, but it is not correct. So that is the main defect of this model. Example, N Limited had an EPS of rupees 15, the cost of capital at 16, the dividend payout ratio 1 minus B at 40%, and return on investment at 20%. Calculate the market price of shares. We need to calculate P. So EPS means E, that is rupees 15, cost of capital means KE. So here it is considered as cost of equity. KE is 16%. 16% means 0.16. Dividend payout ratio 1 minus P, that is 40%, and return on investment, that is R. R is 20%. Here is a formula where E is equals to rupees 15, 1 minus P, dividend payout ratio is 0.40, cost of equity or cost of capital is 0.16, B means retention ratio, so it is not given in a problem, so we have to calculate. So here 1 minus B, that is 40%. So if 100% is our total income. Out of that, if you deduct a dividend payout ratio of 40%, the remaining that will be 60% retention ratio, that is 0.60. Then return on investment or rate of return is 0.20. If you apply the information with the formula, you will get market price, that is rupees 150. Here is the next example. XYZ Limited achieved an EPS of rupees 20 for the year 2005-06. Its cost of equity was 15%, rate of return R, that is 18%, dividend payout ratio 1 minus B was 20%. Calculate the market price using Gordon model. So we have to calculate market price using Gordon model. Then what will be the share price if payout ratio was increased to 50%? Increased to 50%. Now payout ratio is 20%. If it is increases to 50%, what is the market price? Calculation of market price for 20% payout ratio. This is the formula. EPS is rupees 20. Cost of equity 0.15, dividend payout ratio 20%, 0.20. Then retention ratio we have to calculate, that is 100 minus 20 payout ratio, will be getting 80%, that means 0.80. Rate of return is 0.18. E is 20 into 0.20 will get 4. 0.80 into 0.18, 0.1144 minus, so 0.15 minus 0.144 will get 0.006. 4 divided by 0.006 will get market price 666. 50% payout ratio. Dividend payout ratio is 50%, that means 0.50. Then B is equals to 1 minus 0.5 or 100 minus 50, that is will be getting 50%, that means 0.50. EPS is rupees 20. Cost of equity is 0.15 and the rate of return it is same as previous, 0.18. All these three are same as previous one. So this is a formula, E into 1 minus B divided by cost of equity minus B into R. So we'll get market price. So 20 into 0.50 it is 10. 0.50 into 0.18, R is 18, B is 0.50. So we'll be getting 0.09. 10 divided by 0.06 will get market price rupees 166.67.